For this course, we've written a number of web pages, and the purpose of this video is to briefly introduce them. Some of the web pages illustrate aspects of robotics, and there's a certain amount of interaction you do with them. Others are used for the exercises where you work out how to command the robot. So for the demonstration pages, these have varying amounts of interaction. Some just show robots moving around, and the interaction is limited to you moving the robot through any obstacles. Other pages are used to illustrate particular techniques, and here you press buttons or checkboxes and see what happens. Let's briefly look at some of these. The first example is one where you have a number of robots moving around, and you can click on one and move it to a different position or move its light. That's a simple interaction, and here the idea is just you to observe different behavior. The second example is used to illustrate ultrasonic sensors and how they work, and here you press a button to start something and then you observe what happens, and in this case the beam comes out and gets reflected back, and you find out how long it takes for it to return. And this example here is used to illustrate how the wheels of the robot moves around. You specify a voltage, and that determines whether the wheel turns forwards or backwards. And you can say, well, in this case, one wheel is going backwards, one way's forward, but if you change that the left motor now has a positive voltage, then both wheels are turning in the same direction. And just to help you understand it, you can rotate the robot round and then see what's happening, or get it to rotate automatically, or even view the robot in 2 dimensions. This helps you to understand the principles. In addition, we've a number of pages for the exercises in each of the 4 weeks. Here the aim is for you to experiment, working out how to command a robot to behave in a particular way to achieve a certain task. The tasks are explained on the pages. Often you're going to enter numbers which set the speeds of the motors which drive the wheels of the robot, and then you will see a simulation of the robot moving at these speeds. If the robot isn't doing what you want, then you can go back and change the numbers and then see what happens. We'll briefly explain one of these. In fact, this is the page you'll use for the very first exercise, and you can see a robot in an arena, and what you do is to specify how it moves around. The web page is set up with some introduction, the task that you do. You interact with it with the mouse, but you can also use a keyboard, and the keyboard controls are also explained. So typically you specify a speed of the motor. So you put in a number like 4 and press start, and you'll see the robot in this case turning round, because the left motor is going one way, the right motor isn't changing at all. If you put in a bigger number, then it'll change at a bigger rate. And if you specify a speed for the other, it goes even faster, but you've then got an option here to tick the motor so it goes that way. And then if you click on the arena, the robot is repositioned, and then you can stop it if you want. So that's an example of an exercise. A few technical points on these pages. There, use HTML5, which runs the language JavaScript, which means that your web browser must have JavaScript enabled. The pages have simulations of robots and graphs, and these use the so-called canvas, which means your web browser must support the canvas. Chrome and Firefox do that. Later versions of Internet Explorer are also okay. And as I said, designed to use with the mouse, but you can also use a keyboard. And all the controls and tasks are explained on the pages. For each of the exercise pages, we provide short videos introducing what's going on, what is expected, how to operate it. In addition, if for some reason you can't run the pages, we also have videos which show our answers. And in fact, if you have managed to do the exercise and you want to compare what you've done with what I've done, you can also watch those videos. So we hope you find the pages useful, interesting, and fun. Thank you.